Ancona is a city in a seaport in the Marches region in central Italy, founded by Greek settlers from Syracuse in Sicily about 387 BC. The city is located 280 kilometers northeast of Rome. Ancona is one of the main ports on the Adriatic Sea, especially for passenger traffic, and is the main economic and demographic center of the region. Ancona's Cathedral. More information and pictures follow towards the end of this travelogue. The ornate Theatre of the Muses, built in 1826, has a neoclassical facade of 6 Ionic columns which meld with Greek friezes portraying Apollo and the Muses. Urbino is a walled city in the Marche region of Italy, southwest of Pesaro, a World Heritage Site notable for a remarkable historical legacy of independent Renaissance culture, especially under the patronage of Federico da Montefeltro, Duke of Urbino from 1444 to 1482. The town, nestled on a high-sloping hillside, retains much of its picturesque medieval aspect. It hosts the University of Urbino, founded in 1506, and is the seat of the Archbishop of Urbino. The main attraction of Urbino is the Palazzo Ducale, begun in the second half of the 15th century by Federico da Montefeltro. It houses the Galleria Nazionale delle Marche, one of the most important collections of Renaissance paintings in the world.
You're in the right place.
Before we started our visit of the Galleria Nazionale, I was able to capture pictures of the Palazzo's courtyard. Unfortunately, no pictures were allowed inside the Palazzo Ducale, but I have been able to capture from the internet pictures of 3 of the most famous paintings. The Galleria includes important works by artists such as Piero della Francesca with the famous Senigallia Madonna and the Flagellation, and Raphael with the famous The Silent One. The grand old 19th century Teatro Sanzio hosts plays and concerts, particularly from July to September. Urbino's Cathedral, Il Duomo di Urbino, was founded in 1021 over a 6th century religious edifice. The church, destroyed by an earthquake in 1789, was again rebuilt by a Roman architect, the works lasting until 1801. The new church has a typical neoclassicist appearance, with a majestic dome. It houses a San Sebastian from 1557, an Assumption by Carlo Maratta 1701, and the famous Last Supper by Federico Barocchi 1603-1608. Rosita had the opportunity to venerate the relic, a vial of blood, of Pope John Paul II that was on display at the Urbino Cathedral. This is a quaint little plaza adorned by a Saint George killing the dragon column and a mosaic depicting the Virgin Mary and baby Jesus. Every street offers interesting views. Then we made it to Piazza della Repubblica, where you find cafes and shops. The Church of San Francesco is considered the pantheon of the city because it contains the remains of several famous people, among them Raphael's parents. The church's magnificent 15th century bell tower, decorated with double lancet windows and arches, has a pyramidal steeple. Raphael was born in Urbino on April 6, 1483, where his family's house is a museum shrine. Raffaello Sanzio da Urbino, better known simply as Raphael, was an Italian painter and architect of the High Renaissance. His work is admired for its clarity of form and ease of composition. Together with Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci, he forms the traditional trinity of great masters of that period. Then we stopped at the restaurant Il Cortegiano for a bite to eat. Then it was time to leave the medieval walled-in city of Urbino. Here we are approaching the gate that would lead us to the parking lot where our tour bus was waiting for us. From the parking lot we were able to capture fantastic pictures of the Palazzo Ducale. On the way back to Ancona and from the advantage point of our tour bus, I captured a picture of the Church of Saint Bernardino, built in 1491, where one can visit the tombs of Duke Federico and his son Guidobaldo.
The harbor here is maybe after Venice and Ravenna.
By late afternoon, we made it back to Ancona. Emperor Trajan had a great impact on Ancona. It was under his rule that Ancona became a more important port town. The Marble Arch of Trajan, 18 meters high, erected in 114–115 as an entrance to the causeway atop the harbor wall in honor of the emperor who made the harbor, is one of the finest Roman monuments in the Marche region. The Ancona Cathedral, dedicated to Judas Syracuse, is an example of mixed Romanesque, Byzantine and Gothic elements, and is located on the former site of the Greek city's Acropolis, the Guasco Hill, which commands Ancona and its Gulf. The dome is one of the most ancient in Italy. The Church of Pellegrino and Teresa is a Carmelite church built in 1706. Then it was time to get ready for the captain's farewell and crew show scheduled for 6 p.m. at the Constellation Theatre.
At the know there's a party going on, there's splishing and splashing, moving with the feeling, moving with the moving, splishing and splashing, baby. Woo! Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I like?
Does the crew live on board?
There's no people like crews, people like no people we know.
blinded by the shopping and learning how to tell the story from life. Wondering why this big old ship keeps rocking, and we start talking, laughing twice.
Does the ship generate its own electricity?
There's no people like cruise, people like no people we know. Wake up in the morning on the sea day, can't wait to be pampered and response, lounging by the pool and catching sun.
When I lay